Welcome. Hello, welcome back to UKSM Day 4. And my name is Nost, as you all might know. So yeah, this is Spyro Reignited Trilogy. This is SRT number 2. I'm going to be doing Spyro 2 today. I will be doing any %, which has a few technical things about it. I'll also introduce to you Turkey, who was here yesterday, right? You ran Shantae on the stage yesterday, and you also was here. What was the run that you did last one yesterday? 80% Pirates. Yep. Blastmaster Zero 2. Yeah, got him right here. He's going to be commentating with me. I've got Rekiwix here, and I've got Dan Spence here. Again, you might recognize those two as well. So then, we ready? Ready. Right, so, I'm going to count us in. Right? 3, 2, 1, go. Right then. So, Spyro 2. So to carry on from the story from Spyro 1, Spyro wants a little bit of a chill, pretty much. He thinks, oh, it's absolutely raining. I just want a little bit of a chill right now after so much world saving. So he says to Sparks, you know what? Let's go on holiday. Let's go to Dragon Shores. And then basically, his portal was intercepted by notorious mad scientist, the Professor of Avalar. Which I would say is, like, I reckon he's secretly a villain, but honestly, that was probably outside of his character description. And now he's stuck in the world of Avalar, and he wants to try and get back home. And by doing that, he now basically has to face off the enemy of Ripto, who also had his portal intercepted. And now he basically has found a new home, and now Spyro has to essentially clean up all this mess. Spyro 2, in America, over in the USA, and I believe everywhere else, is called Ripto's Rage. I'm also trying to do a trick right now, which I'm slowly struggling to do. Give me a few attempts to do this. But over here, it was regionalized to Gateway to Glimmer. And as you can see in this world we're in right now, this world is named Glimmer. So, yeah, pretty much, here we are in Glimmer, and I've essentially, near enough, completed it. All you really need to do in any %. Spot! You'll notice I'll be skipping a lot of dialogue as well, so you'll be having a lot of like a lot of dialogue skips. So you may be hearing a few little clips of characters making a few odd little sounds, which hopefully I'll try and make a few little jokes on. So yeah, pretty much there's a few main things in this category. So with any %, it's essentially like an homage to in the original Spyro 2, there was a category called 14 Tally, which essentially is 14 Talisman. All you really need to do for 14 Talisman is, as it says, collect 14 Talisman and then defeat Ripto. And basically, you can sort of do that again in Reignited Trilogy. Because recently, big shoutouts to a speedrunner and also massive game breaker, Beta M. He managed to get into the game's like coding a little bit, to have a little look about it, have a little bit of inspection, and managed to find a few little itty-bitty little things that allows you to essentially cheese and like the main requirement to get to the final boss, pretty much. So the main things what I'll be doing within this run is essentially collecting all the talismans. By doing that, it's essentially well, bye then, brother. Nice speaking to you as well. Pretty much. So yeah, you get all the talismans. There's 14 talismans, 14 worlds. You then beat all the bosses that you have to do within this within the game. And yeah, and also you see I will collect a few gems as well along the way. These gems are going to be needed for me to buy from money bags, because money bags is basically, you know, oh shoot, damn it, I'll have to go back and do that again. Right, gonna have to speak to some dialogues right now. Hello Zoe, goodbye Zoe. Hello Clive, goodbye Clyde. Gonna have to do this trick again now. Again, Spyro 2 is, I would say, compared to Spyro 1 in Reignited, it's quite a technical run. You've got a few tricks which allow you to essentially get to the end of the level a bit quicker than what you expect. Because unlike Spyro 1, thank you. Unlike Spyro 1, basically your ending is essentially the talisman. Once you get a talisman, that's pretty much it. I'm going to be staying in Colossus a little bit longer because there's a good amount of gems here, which I think I might as well collect a little bit, because the first thing I need to buy for money bags is swim, and swim I will be getting after Isle Springs, which is actually a portal I've kind of already sort of ran past, but there's a reason for that because of the routing. So get a few of these gems here, making sure I have enough to feed greedy money bags. Spyro likes to do his skating. He's practicing. He's practicing for 40 or where he has to do hockey.
Quite the trailblazer.
Yeah, he is, yeah. He's more of the flame blazer. He is a dragon after all, what can I say? Yeah. So, that's Colossus done. And again, we've got 2 talismans, so we've still got another 12 left to do. Our next level is Isle Springs. Isle Springs hasn't really got... It's a bit of a quick level, I'd say. There's not really much to it. All you need to do is to essentially flame the necessary enemies to allow the these like little hippo guys to essentially knock down the locks that open up the portal. Portal? Sorry, they open the door. And it's just making sure you get them at the right time, pretty much. But yeah, Spyro 2 is really technical. This is why I like it way more than Spyro 1. It's really fun. Right, that's one guy down. Again, still collecting some gems along the way. To get swim, I would need 400 gems. I think it's either 400 or 500. Damn it, Zoe, don't want to talk to you. Hi, Spyro. Hi, Spyro. You'll notice that basically Zoe in this level, she's just cunning. She really, really wants to have a chat with Spyro. And like, at this point in the game, I just don't want to talk to her. Like, all I want to do is just get through the run, collect the talismans, and leave. I just want to, you know, I'm a speedrunner. Right, this one's she's very catchy. See, gets him right in midair. Right, so another technical aspect I should really mention as well about Spyro 2, which is different than Spyro 1, is the hover mechanic. Because in Spyro 1, you don't have hover. So if you press the triangle button, all you would do in Spyro 1 with the triangle button is when you're in mid-glide, you essentially can cancel your glide. That's all it does. However, in Spyro 2, again, with the hover, it sort of is a sort of an homage to the original game Spyro 2 run, where you had a trick called the double jump. So I can now pretty much get to certain aspects of the level without needing to... Like, I could basically get to a few skips without, or basically bypass backtracking by just, you know, doing certain things that I shouldn't really be able to do with this jump. But yeah, that's the neutral hover. The neutral hover is really beneficial, and you'll see me do that loads of times within this run. Because there's a few little quirky little platforms that exist that, you know, just shouldn't be there, really. Or maybe they were intended to be there, it's just, well, someone forgot to realize that they can be manipulated. So here's Moneybags doing his Tony Tiger impression. Great! Great! And there we go. I believe that was 400 gems. Because it's 500 for climb, which is what we need later. But our next gem requirement is 400, which is for Aquaria Towers. Which is basically one of the levels we need for a talisman. So here we are going into Harakos. Now Harakos is, I'd say, it's one of my favorite levels. It's quite pretty in the sense that it's just got a nice, I don't say vibe, but like the atmosphere around it, it's very like, it's quite serene. You've got a rainbow, you've got rain, it's murky, and you've got electrolls, which are essentially SpongeBob SquarePants. And then you also, again, for speedrunners' sake, you also get a few little quirky little platforms. And a nice little clip coming up a little bit later. So here's platform number 1, which now, again, if you're a casual player, you would destroy this thing. But as a speedrun, I don't want to destroy this thing. This is important for me. So I'm going to try and jump on it. Nost says. There we go. That's one skip. And now I'm up into this section, which I really shouldn't be able to get to. And then I'm going to use a platform from this bit here. Again, using neutral hover, get to... Okay, no, that's bad timing. Come on, stay in! Right, oh. Come on, platform! There we go. Then come up into here, clip in, right into there. And then I basically just skip half level with that, and then I've got a little camera trick coming up. Boop! Come on, Spyro, face right through that electric wall. There we go, just like that. See? Hurricanes is a nice cheesy level, is what I like to call it. Thank you to you, SpongeBob SquarePants. And then just skip right out for that. Yeah, Hurricanes is nice. Now, the next level coming up is Sunny Beach. I honestly hate Sunny Beach. Because, again, this is like, I like Hurricanes because it's sort of murky yet also rather calm. Whereas Sunny Beach is completely the opposite. It's very juvenile, it's very upbeat, and there are so many enemies in here which can basically get in your way, and it's just like, no, I want to get past you, I want to get through you, don't want to talk to you.
So, got a donation here.
Go on then.
£5 from King Europe. Every time Zoe zaps you, you lose 1 million brain cells.
Thank you so much, King Europe. Big shout outs to Spyro Heroes Tale there. That's also another one of my favourite Spyro games. Right, so now we've got another neutral hover skip here, so I don't need to essentially get this turtle onto that platform. $5 million brain cells. That seems excessively destructive. Well, that seems kind of bad. Okay, it's cool. Bless Spyro. Right then. So now again, I'm collecting a few more gems along the way because again, I need 400 to get into Aquaria. Getting some of these enemies along the way because they'll just be a hindrance otherwise. And again, some of these turtles, like, you need to flame them a few times because, again, they're just slow. Really slow. Right, you get him again, because I don't want him whacking me. And you get this guy as well, don't want him zapping me. And then we go right into there. Don't want him either. Get a few of those gems, and now let's get this turtle up onto his platform. Come on, mate, keep going, keep going, keep going. A little bit faster, come on, this is a speed one. I don't want you to get slow, come on. Go on! Go! Faster! Remind me, who won the turtle and the hare race again? Who won the turtle and the hare race again? Wasn't it the turtle?
I'll keep my mouth.
And that's Sunny Beach done. I'm also gonna have a few shout-outs as well to a few runners this category. Big shout out to McCrody, who essentially, I'd say, has done a lot of the routing and trick finding within this game. Again, after Beta M, essentially, it's shown the main glitches and like tricks for the category, or for the game. McCrody took those resources, put them to use, and essentially has made probably one of the most enjoyable categories to date, I'd say. So here's moneybags. I see. You want some gems? And here we are going into Aquaria Towers. Now, Aquaria is a bit of an interesting level because the ending is right behind the beginning. But, because it's a big circle, the game intends for you to essentially go around the whole thing. But this is any %. All I want is the talisman. So all I'm going to do, again, as speedrunners do, we cheese it. We like all the cheese here at UKSM. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up here, and just around here there's an invisible platform. Let me just try and find it quick. Oh, I just touched it there. Right there. And then what I'm going to do is jump. Oh, I missed it that time. Whoops. But yeah, let me just quickly find that platform again. I have no clue. I don't understand how people find these things. And there we go. Our world is wet again! Dude, do you need your eyes checked? I believe Specsavers have good deals on today. And look, he's mad. He'll start gargling in a moment. How does this world get wet if I didn't even do anything for it? Dearie me. But yeah, that is Aquaria Towers. Nice and cheesed. Just, you know, skip right around little circle, getting to that talisman. So, this is pretty much the first homeworld essentially done. Because now we've got our first boss coming up. Now, Crush. Crush sort of has a little bit of a damage boost, I suppose. Where, he will basically start entering the next phase if Spyro gets hit. So what I'm going to do is get a little bit of damage. Every time Crush basically starts one of his attacks, I'm going to damage boost a little bit, so allowing Spyro to get hit. He'll then move on to his next phase and quickly flame him. I also need to take care with what Sparks' color is as well, because I don't want to leave without Sparks. It's sort of crucial. And also, can I mention, Crush is also my favorite boss in this game. He looks so cute. Look at him. Big stumpy boy. Right, let's get a few sheep. It's basically this for like several turns. Nothing, just, you know, rinse, repeat. Nothing too bad. If you've got any questions, Turkey, feel free to say anything, right? If you have any questions to what's happening during the run, more than really answer anything. Same with you two at the back, right? Right, I basically have to avoid this because if I get hit, no sheep had spawned pretty much. And that's the first boss done. No, Crush! Right, so now we're entering our second homeworld. This is Autumn Plains coming up. Autumn Plains has a lot of levels that we're going to have to do. And also going to be the rest of our talismans as well. We've got 8 more talismans to collect now. Skip all the cutscenes again. Sad. See, I like this game's cutscenes, and I absolutely adore them, but for speedrunning again, just don't need them right now. So coming up here is Crystal Glacier. Now Crystal Glacier is, there is one gem requirement here. We need 200 to essentially pay money bags to, this is basically a toll. You just have to open up a bridge, basically. In the original, there is a trick called Spider-Man, which essentially, the reason why they call it is essentially Spyro doing a little bit of a Spider-Man where he's essentially hogging on a wall. It's like wall gliding, but sort of not. And you could basically use that to bypass the requirement here, but in Reignited, that trick doesn't exist, which is a shame. So we just have to essentially pay, we have to suck up to money bags and pay his toll because capitalism. Yep. Right, I'm also going to do a little bit of a damage abuse there. So I would have died there technically, but that was abusing a little bit of the invincibility. There's also an invisible platform there, fun fact. Again, absolutely cheesed that. Now we're going to have to pay money bags. Hello, big boy. Thank you. Yeah, he's a ferocious snake, that one. Right, again, make sure to collect a few more gems along the way. Now with this last bit, we pretty much have to make sure to kill these wizards, kill all the enemies around this bit, while essentially de-icing these guys. I'm just going to quickly get this bit, because, you know, free gems. Free gems while manipulating that cutscene. Skip cutscenes, get the final talisman, and then get the last few little bit of gems, and then we'll lead the level. Easy as that. Just like that. It's quite lenient. Essentially, we try and follow a kind of a sort of path, in a way. But again, whatever gems you collect, again, if you will be sacrificing time, obviously, if you want to deviate away. But again, most of what you need is down to gem count. But But yeah, it's rather lenient. All you really need is the gems to get to the requirements. That's mainly what you need for any percent, really. There is some sort of routing to it, again, which is obviously your most optimal path. But again, if you wanna see, you know, the most optimal path, obviously you have to follow a record holder for that. Again, big shouts to Jumpy Love, who I believe very active runner for the category, and also very active for this game altogether right now, because he came back from nowhere pretty much, as most legendary speedrunners do. After they break, they come back stronger than ever, stealing all the world records. Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do. Now, I do like Skelos Badlands. It's probably one of my favorite levels as well. The only problem is it's so short, because all you need here are gems, and that's it. Ends right here. And then just after this guy, we'll skip right out of the level. And there we go, Skelos Badlands done. You can see that this category is very different to the any percent that I did on Saturday, because a lot of that was, again, it wasn't technical. It's mainly just, you know, speed strats, making sure you get all the requirements you need to exit the home world. Whereas in this game, your requirements are a mixture between paying money bags to get to access certain parts of the level, and obviously getting your requirements. But then you just got these handy skips. Speaking of skips, we got one coming up here. This is the same sort of jump I was trying to do at the beginning of the run, so this might take me a little bit of time. Just like that, there we go. And then coming up, we've got Metro Speedway. Now, Metro Speedway is actually a really important level. Now, technically, I shouldn't be able to get to Metro Speedway, because you need 6 orbs to activate the whirlwind. So I basically just skipped into Metro Speedway. And in the original, that portal would be closed. So you would need all 6. But here, that seems like someone forgot to program to close it. So I'm gonna just carry on with Metro Speedway as it is. Now the reason I'm doing Metro Speedway, because this is the only flight I'm going to do in this category, it's for 3 reasons really. One reason I'll say now is it's quick gems. It will give you, if I get everything, I will get 400 gems, and with those 400 gems, I will basically have more than enough to buy Climb, which will be coming up in a very short moment. I don't know why I missed that pigeon. I'm very surprised about that. Again, I'll be pressing to try and get this under 1 minute, so let's see if I can get this under 1 minute. After that bonk, I actually don't think I'll be able to get it into under 1 minute. Thank you, bonk. Bonk to win, as it seems. Again, within the flights in Spyro 2 and 3, they are very different to Spyro 1 because you have supercharge. And you'll see that this sort of mechanic will be very important a little bit later. And there we are, that's Metro done. It's not my fastest time around it, but it's done nonetheless. I don't know why I pressed retry. Let's get out of here. Yeah.
Maybe later.
Yeah, maybe later. Well, to be fair, again, Metro is important. So as you see, we're now on 656, so we have plenty of gems now to buy Climb. 2 other reasons is, one, we'll actually be warping back to Metro because there's a sort of, it's some intricate, you know, guidebook warping, let's say. It's very, very handy that you need from Metro Speedway. So as you, I don't know if you noticed, but I actually walked past a portal. You know when I was doing that jump, Moneybags was there, essentially wanting me to pay gems. Now, at that moment in time, I don't have enough gems for that portal, but Zephyr, as the level's called, we basically save that last, because, again, we're just basically, it's just easy to save it to last, really. Same with 40 Orb. 40 Orb, we route that level last because there's important orbs along the way for that bit. So now I'm going to do another little massive game skip here, pretty much. So I'm going to absolutely cheese this level by just doing this invisible platform that's on this window here. And then I'm going to jump up to here, jump up over to here. And then essentially I'm going to get right to the end of the level, which is just over here. There we are. So now with this, I have to basically do the requirements by killing this guy over here. Collect a few gems along there because this has quite good gem count. And I'm actually right next to the end bit there. That's why it's a good thing to kill him right at that point. Get a few of these gems along here as well. I've missed the 5 gem there. Thank you, Squat. Got his talisman. And out we go. Lovely, nice little skip there. Again, platforms, invisible platforms. It's the one thing we really need for any percent. All the invisible platforms. And, if anything, I'm trying to think if that's the end of it. It might be, that might be the last invisible platform. It might be. But it's not the last, you know, technical trick that's coming up. Because we have got a few more. So now we're going to buy climb. Well, that's Moneybags practicing his rapping there. It's clearly, you can tell who he's a little bit inspired by. Right, so Scorch is a nice, lovely, interesting level. I'm going to try and avoid talking to the devil children. I won't say why they're called devil children because it's basically to do with their cutscene, which we're going to be skipping along. So now we're going to have another neutral hover skip here. I basically just skipped half of the level once again. Again, this is basically what any percent is. You skip half of the level. You get near towards the end. Oof. I wanted to make sure I do this from without getting hit, thank you very much. And then you just try and get to the end of the level as quick as you can. I have to basically get this flag because that's the only way to essentially open this door here, open that bridge. There's no way to skip into that. Get that 1 gem there, because 5 gem there, because again, gems are still important. I missed the gem there. Okay, that might be fine. Oof! Come on, I don't want to get hit by anything. Spyro. No joke, she actually talks like that. I don't know whether she's being offensive or whether she just, you know, needs to have a little chat with someone, I think.
All I know is I'm staying out of it. Yeah,
let's stay out of this level. Clearly there's some history about it that shouldn't be touched upon. But anyway, out from Scorch and entering Scotland. We actually have Scotland coming up here, and you'll know exactly what I mean in a moment. Trust me, you'll know exactly what I mean. Shoutouts to all my Scottish speedrunners and bros. So big shoutouts to Pockets and to Argic. Arg, I wish I had an iron brew on me right now. I blame Raku here, okay? I sent him over to get it and he didn't. So we got these satyrs stuck in stone. See, this is Scotland. Need I say more? Thank you for racing. So he even talks Scottish. So need I even say more? So sadly, we're going to be skipping all of these songs because all I really want to do right now is free all the satyrs because they're basically the main requirement you need to get to the end of the level, to get the talisman. There was a bush following me just then, I had to quickly kill him. I want to say as well, the design of the satyrs are amazing. Honestly think they are brilliant. This level in its own is just amazing. They captured the true essence of the Scottish here, clearly. Right, so now we've opened up the main middle section of the level, which is essentially the end of it. We freed, and we can have a word with this. Basically, this is Spyro's admirer here.
Oh hi.
Oh hi, Dragon Boy. She literally sounds like that. I wish I was I wish I was joking, but she actually sounds like that.
I've heard worse.
Yeah. Clearly these Earth Shapers don't like listening to Scottish music, which if so, shame on them. Shame, 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 shame. Right, so now we've got another skip coming up here. Now, to get to this section of Autumn Plains, I actually need 8 orbs. But again, I'm a speedrunner here. Should be doing speedrunning, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cheese it by just, you know, jumping right past the requirement. Who needs 8 orbs? Just jump past it, you know? That's that. Now, gem-wise, the next requirement I need is 400 gems to open up the bridge to get to Shady Oasis, which is our penultimate talisman, pretty much. Now, Magma Cone coming up here. I'm going to leave this as more... Oh, whoops. Hello, Spyro! Right. So again, I'm going to do a little bit of neutral hover here to get up to this section, get a few gems on the way. Now with Magma Cone, again, I'm going to leave it as more show rather than tell. So I'm just going to have a little moment to not really say much and leave the level speak for itself a little bit. I've already showed you, Turkey, what happens. So to everyone else watching, I showed you the clip earlier within Hurricanes. This is the second major thing we do in any percent, if I could try and get it right. Say hello to Mr. Out of Bounds. And now we've essentially skipped, again, half of the level and a money bags requirement, because you have to essentially pay money bags to skip half the level here. And now I'm just going to do a little bit of damage abuse to get all the way over here for free. And now I'm going to jump to the top of the Magma Cone, right to the top of the volcano, and now I'll get warped straight to the talisman. And now the fawns can have their party. And I'm going to get these 2 gems here because they're, you know, quick gem count. And that's the level. So, now we've got Shady Oasis. This is also another one of my least favorite levels because in a way it's sort of like an escort mission. And I hate escort missions. Bane of my existence. Well, you had to do one a little bit earlier, didn't you, Reku? Well, we'll explain why a little bit later. So here's money bags. We'll give him his gems. I'm gonna quickly get a 10 gem here, and now we're gonna go into Shady. So with Shady again, we need a talisman, and we actually have a final gem requirement, which is 400 gems. I should be able to get that from 289. But 400 gems is what we need to essentially open up Zephyr, which is going to be a final gem requirement. From then onwards, no gems are needed. It will literally just be talisman and get to the end of the level. Get to the end of the game, really. So I'm just going to collect a few more gems on the way because, you know, I can. Also escape this big boy who essentially is alert. So yeah, this dude is pretty much allergic to those things on the trees, but for some reason he just loves to taste them so much, he's just, you know, he just doesn't care. You can't tell him what to do. Now another thing as well with this dude is he essentially has like certain checkpoints where if Spyro is away from him after a certain outside a certain proximity, he will stop and wait for him. Again, he's that anxious in a way, which is a shame because again it slows down the run a little bit, but we'll carry on. We'll just still try as fast as we can. Essentially, this isn't a speedrun for Spyro anymore. This is a speedrun for the hippo. But yeah, but in the same way, I'm going to still collect some gems. See, now he's turned big. He'll go up across there. These enemies scare me. He stops. Come on, keep moving, keep moving. Do you want me to make you do a marathon, little hippo? Come on, this is for special effect. All donations for the hippo right now. Make the hippo faster. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Oof. I've now just lost sparks. But now I have plenty of gems. So I'm now going to spit this thing out into the tree. I now really just don't need any gems anymore. I would love to get sparks though. I guess I'll do that a little bit later. And here we are. This is the end of the level. If you can stop.
Thanks.
Thank you, Shorty. Nice knowing you. Now, you know I said I'll be walking back to Metro Speedway to get to Zephyr quicker. Here is that point. Right. So yeah, now I'm gonna be skimming the Metro. Now I'm gonna leave Metro again. I press retry. I am so determined for that sub 1, clearly. Right. No, I want to leave the level. Come on, Nost. Right. So, going out of Metro Speedway, Zephyr is right in front of Metro. So again, this is a nice little warp skip pretty much. And then after Zephyr, what will happen is I'll then get warped straight in front of the second boss. Do you know what? I tell you what, Turkey. I know this is quite early in the morning, but I'm feeling a little bit for a dessert from my breakfast earlier. Is it possible if you can get me an ice cream with quite a large cone? I feel like I wouldn't mind having a large cornetto with it, if that's all right. You might want yourself?
Get rolling.
Yeah.
I'll go sort that out.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you in a bit. Right. So here is Zephyr. Now, Zephyr is an interesting level because again, now I don't really need any gems. I just need to get to the end of the level as quick as I can. Which there's no really big tricks for it. It's just making sure the level doesn't get in my way, pretty much. Which Zephyr is quite notorious for. The enemies in this level can get in your way quite a bit, so I'm just going to make sure to get from quite quick. Nice and quick. Speed strats. This is Spyro 1 practice. Nice. And now to finish off this level, I'm going to get on this cannon, try and shoot that door open. I think that's it right there. Jump off, skip the cutscene of the thing blowing up. Try and avoid these falcons, who look awesome mad. End of the level. 14th talisman. And there we are. Exit level. Now, I hope you folks are ready for a change of pace. Because the main, I suppose, run part of the category is somewhat over. From now on, this is where things get pretty cheesy, I suppose. Again, I'll sort of let the game talk through itself a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Gulp, but I'm not actually going to take on the boss. And the reason why is because now Gulp intimidates Spyro a little bit. So I feel like Spyro needs to feel like he needs to get a little bit stronger. He needs a bit of beef, right? And again, big shout-outs to Beta M for what I'm about to do. So now this trick I am just about to do is called level storage. For you folks that are going to be watching the show a little bit later, this glitch is going to be showcased a little bit later. So with level storage, there are 3 phases to it. The first phase is essentially entering it, because it's a frame-perfect trick. By doing that. And that's phase 1 complete. Now, phase 2 is essentially playing the game blind. So if you give me a brief moment, do you know, I wonder where my cone is. I'm kind of, you know, I'm beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Turkey.
You singed my cave.
Also, isn't it nice to watch a cutscene for a little bit? So what I've done there is essentially manipulated the game's sort of data a little bit by doing this frame perfect trick. And by doing so, are you all ready, folks, for the dark room? Spyro, you die! You die! You die! You die! And now after doing that, Spyro's ready to be reborn as an angel. So yeah, I now have free flight and supercharge, which is, if you can recognize, the same sort of things that you have in Metro Speedway. But Gob's just standing there. So what am I going to do? I'm going to cheese him a little bit. And he's getting really aggressive right now. So I'm going to try and make sure I dodge him a few times. So you can see, he's not losing any health, but I am giving him damage here. Just like that. Bye-bye, Gulp. Have a nice sleep. And there we are, that's Gulp done. And level storage activated.
Got another donation. Lightson donated £10. Congrats to Shorty for completing his marathon. Also, Cutscene Hype.
Cutscene Hype! Thank you so much for the £10, Lightson. And here we go, game carries on. Now we've got the second trick. Now here, again, big shouts from Acrody, is free flight height cap break. Now what I'm going to do is a little bit of out of bounds, which I shouldn't be able to do. But I'm going to do it anyway because the game can't tell me what to do. Okay, I messed it up a little bit. I'm going to try that again. Death abuse just to save time. Again, this is a bit of focus, so if you give me all a little bit of a moment. I basically have to use the D-pad and the analog stick at the same time, pretty much. Oh, flip. I messed it up again. Right, come on. Come on, Cone. Bless me. Safety first. So what I'm doing right now is I'm essentially skipping into Ripto's loading zone by going out of bounds. No, this ain't first try. But I'm in there! There we go! Now we are at the final boss. Not needing 40 orbs whatsoever. So now, Ripto's an interesting boss because we do still have level storage, but when we enter the second phase, we actually lose it a little bit because any cutscene makes you lose level storage, which is a bit of a shame. But not a problem, it just means I can supercharge the heck out of Ripto without any orbs. There we go, phase 1 Ripto done within 17 seconds. Bless be the cone. Right now, this is where I have to kind of play the game a bit regularly now. I have to kind of do this bit as intended. Now Hunter though, Hunter is a bit mean. I do question whether he's actually on our side because he drops orbs very infrequently and very close to Ripto, which makes me question whether he's actually on our side or not. But what I need pretty much is the most optimal orbs to get is essentially to finish off with those blue orbs. So I'm going to click that one. I have to go for the green power up this time, which is fine. I'll carry on. Just means I have to have a bit of a free mini phase. Oh wait, no I don't. Okay, right, we're going into final phase Ripto then. Right, UKSM staff, heads up. When I kill Ripto, once I finish this phase, it is time, okay? And here we go. Now it's time to finish Ripto off. So one really annoying thing Ripto can do within this phase is he can fly around the castle. We have to make sure he doesn't do that because we can lose a lot of time if he does that. Come on, nice quick phase. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on, Spyro. Let's do this. Time! And there we are, folks. That is Spyro 2 any% done. I'm going to finish off by again seeing my in-game time. Once I see it's in game time, I want to see. I'll also find out my real time is as well, because I want to see if I got a PB in this one. It's most likely to, but I want to make sure I get sub 30. Let's hope.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, hello Niles. Let's not talk to you, folks. I think that's a PB. I think that's a PB. 43.52. That's not bad as well. I think that might also be. Actually, that's not a real time BB, but I think that's definitely an in-game time one. Well, brilliant. Well, I'm good from me, Cone, Sky, Turkey, Dan, and Reese. Thank you all so much for watching this run. I'm Nost. Again, if you want to see more Spyro Reignite runs, and if you're interested in any art sort of projects, go follow my channel over at twitch.tv/NostTW. I've also got a show over at the main stage a little later at 1:30, where the Darkroom legend John Robinson will be joining us. So, again, cheers me dears, see you later me fellows, and again, enjoy the rest of the marathon. Thanks so much for watching.